Earlier this month, the Department of Health and Human Services moved to rescind an interpretation of the Personal Responsibility and Work Opportunity Reconciliation Act of 1996, which HHS says improperly extended certain federal public benefits to illegal aliens. But Democrats don't care much for the rule of law or the American people. They care about their constituents, those illegal immigrants. Now, more than 20 Democrat state attorneys general are joining New York's Letitia James, asking the court to declare the new rules unlawful. James, explaining why illegal aliens should be allowed to use benefits meant for Americans, said this.
Individuals who are hungry should not have to prove or provide identification. Children who need Head Start should not have to prove their identification. Individuals who need a place to sleep should not have to prove their status. Individuals who are running from domestic violence should not have to prove their status. It's important that individuals understand that this is nothing more than a cruel effort to advance an immigration priority of this administration.
So the Trump administration arguing that federal public benefits should include all federal public benefits underneath a Clinton welfare reform enacted in 1996. But Letitia James challenging that notion. This is not the Democratic Party of Bill Clinton anymore, is it, Mercy?
I will tell you what bothers me, especially about Letitia James, is that in New York City, there's these open sex markets where these drug cartels and these human traffickers are basically trafficking young women, these mothers, and their children, day in and day out. These traffickers literally target these geographical areas, and they are not doing nothing to crack down on these criminal illegal aliens. They are doing nothing to cooperate with ICE to get the criminal illegal aliens out, putting these vulnerable women and children in danger. So this idea that she's trying to call in on all these social services, well, let me tell you, they're not prosecuting the bad guys.
This is also not isolated, obviously, to Letitia James here. You saw one of the most popular provisions of the One Big Beautiful Bill that was just passed was preventing illegal immigrants and non-citizens from accessing services like Medicaid. Okay, every single federally elected Democrat voted against that. So they are in lockstep with Letitia James on saying, hey, we're here for the Latinx. You know, Republicans, you can have the Latinos.
So well, at the time, too, Democrats were the ones that were saying...
I'm going to get to you, brother, I promise.
Democrats were saying illegal immigrants aren't even eligible for all of these federal benefits like Medicaid, and now all of a sudden they want us to pay for it.
So, Jason, respond to these three, because what we see here is something that I don't think the New Democrats of the 1990s would stand for. How has the Democratic Party moved from this place to the place where they're currently at now?
Well, they took a detour on Epstein Island.
Hold on. Can I let me get in here for a second? Now,
I'm trying, Jason.
I know you're trying. You've been trying, Bradley. I really appreciate you. But I think it is the same party. This is the way it's been interpreted since the times of Bill Clinton, is that if there is a battered woman, they're not going to ask her what her legal status is. They're going to give her shelter and make sure that she's safe. If there's someone who needs to call a hotline, they're not going to ask about their legal status. They're going to make sure that they get the help that they need. If it's someone at a homeless shelter or someone on a cold night that needs a warm bed, they're not going to ask their legal status. That has been the position of the Democratic Party all this time. And now the Trump party is saying, no, we'll send that battered woman right back into the arms of the person that's battering her. And I will say also, sounds like New York City. Hold on. Sounds like New York City needs a new mayor